Welcome to everyone already here. We are waiting maybe another, let's say 5-ish minutes to see if more people drop in. Otherwise, we have here some secret commander cards. We're building a deck together today, and you can vote which deck we are doing today, which deck we're building today. How's the quality of the video? Like, it looks quite pixelated, but maybe it's just me. Would be interesting to hear. So, I think the browser screen, the browser itself, the application looks nice, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's make that smaller again and put it into the corner. I think that's good here for now. So you can see what I see. Welcome for Keeps Gaming. You're pressing apples and fermenting for cider. Interesting. Can't say I ever did that in my life, though I am not, like, I do not drink any alcohol, but I also didn't ever create like apple juice by myself, I think. Well, have fun. Five people are here. Happy to see you all. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if sounds too loud or you can't hear me or anything. Let me know. I think we'll wait a minute or two more and then we can start. Would love to read you all in chat so I know that you're here. And so I also know how many people are voting in a second on the commander that we're building today. Welcome, Demon's Dead. And welcome to my channel if you're new. By the way, I don't think I'm online on Twitch. I don't think I'm streaming on Twitch, am I? Why not, though? Because I logged in, but apparently I'm not streaming there. Just for the few people that like to drop in on Twitch. I don't think I can add Twitch now that I'm streaming. That's kind of sad. I think we'll skip Twitch then for today. So, for all the Twitch people, do join on YouTube. Which is all the YouTubers that listen to that now. But if you know people who like to watch on Twitch, tell them to come here. So, yeah, I'll check next time what happened to my Twitch account, because I logged in and I was logged in and then I started the stream and I dropped out now. But I don't want to restart again, so welcome everyone to our live stream. 3 years on YouTube now. I think I reached that on August or so. I think I created the account, and now I'm celebrating, so a little late, but I thought why not do that. And we had a 1,000 subscriber party a couple weeks or months earlier, so I felt it was a little too close to each other. So and I was also on vacation, and then I thought I should do that a little later. So today is the day, 3 years on YouTube, and we are now at like 1,180 subscribers, so still counting. We will reach the 1.2 mark soon, I suppose, probably next month. And yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to the next 3 years. We'll see how that goes, where I'll be then, where I will be then. And today the plan was to just hang out together. Can write stuff in chat, questions that you have towards me. If you want, we can do a little Q&A. We're like a little family here, so not many people. If you just want to ask some personal stuff, you can do that. And we're gonna build a deck, since that was a nice thing that we did in our very first live stream, probably around a year ago. And I thought, why not bring back the commander vote in a live form again? And I would like you to vote on which commander you would be interested in. So let's get the keyboard away, since we won't need it right now. And put the mouse away. Now let's look at the commanders. I chose a couple commanders, which I think I still have a couple cards left over to build a deck around. And you can choose which one it's gonna be. So let's flip them over one by one. I don't think they're in a specific order. We have Rocco here, which is actually, is it focusing? Yes, there it is. Which is actually the second Rocco deck that I will be building on the channel. I took my old Rocco deck apart, which was the Rocco and Norin Secret Commander deck. Oh, it is moving back and forth. Let's see where it's focusing. Gee, it's trying so hard. Huh. Is that better? Does that work? Hello, hello. What if I go really close? Does that work? Okay, so that works. So maybe it's the face in the background that it wants to focus on. I don't know. Does it come back? Okay, we have a second Rocco deck here as a very first commander. I built a secret commander deck with Rocco around a year ago, and it performed quite nicely. I took it apart. It was really strong and oppressive, and it's still a cool deck, and I like to play Norrin in a not only red shell. I took it apart. Too many people complained, and it was just uninteractable. And I have a second idea for a fairer Rocco deck, which will be Slivers. Pauper, 3-color Rocco Slivers. So Rocco would be our tutor commander that can always get us the best sliver at any time. And then we have a whole bunch of slivers, and we would try to build a pauper shell around it to see how far we can get with that. We already had a 5-color sliver deck on the channel, which was modular, so you could shuffle it around and have a deck, a different deck every time you play. We built it like with 50 modes, I think, 50 different decks. And now it is possible to build like 60 or 70 decks out of it. I took also that apart, so I still need a sliver deck, and maybe today is the day. Next up we have Go Shintai. I should show the English version, since this is the German version here. Focus, hello. There you are. I will show the English version here, which will be Go Shintai. And and go a little bigger here. So this guy, I'll put it aside for a sec. Let's go a little bigger and see what he does. Go Shintai. For 4 you get a 3/4, and you can pay all 5 colors to reanimate any enchantment from your graveyard. And I found that really interesting, since you can do a enchantment reanimator deck with that one. I wouldn't go the shrine route that most people would build, but the idea would be to just see if we can get the best enchantments out over and over again. You could go and make this deck really mean. I don't have a Smothering Tithe. We could put in a Heuristic Study maybe and reanimate it over and over again. So this deck will have a whole higher floor, whole higher ceiling if you wanted to go and build it even stronger. What else happens whenever another non-token shrine enters? We're not gonna do that. We're gonna ignore the second ability, and we have a commander that can reanimate our enchantments. The idea would be to also put in card like Replenish, so we are not dependent on our commander, but can use our commander if we wanted to, and if he's out, we can start reanimating the meanest enchantments. And we have a 5-color enchantment reanimator deck. This was part of a commander vote a year or two ago, and it didn't win, but maybe it wins today. Let's see about the next one. This has 2. We have Breya as the commander here. One sec. Forgot to put the screen away. 2 commanders. At first we have Breya here and a partner Zirda, which we're going to look at in a sec. Breya, there we are. Focus. Hello. There we are. Everything except for green. You get a 4/4, you pay all the colors, and then you get 2 blue Thopter artifact tokens, and then she has a whole bunch of activated possibilities to use. You can pay 2 to sacrifice 2 artifacts, maybe the Thopters you just created, and either you deal 3 damage to target player planeswalker, you can give a creature -4/-4, or you can gain 5 life. So we have many options, and this would be paired. She has an activated ability, keep that in mind for a sec. Paired with Zirda, who is our companion, and would only be allowed to be our companion if all permanent cards have activated abilities. Lands already have activated abilities, but even our commander now has an activated ability, and all activated abilities are reduced by 2. Now that can't reduce it to less than 1, so our commander would still have the ability for just 1 now, if we want to activate her. And all our stuff would have reduced activated ability costs. And lastly, not that important, target creature can't block this turn for just 1 mana and tap. I don't think we're gonna use that ever. We're gonna do like a artifact activation deck. Like all our artifacts would have activated abilities, and then we have Zerda that can reduce our stuff for by up to 2, and we have up every color except for green, and then we have an artifact shell of just our activated abilities, and I think we can put some infinite combos in there without problem. Cards like, let's say, Basalt Monolith, or what was the second one? Grim Monolith come to mind, and then that would be a possibility to build. Let me know if you would like that. And lastly, before we do a little voting, let's get this out of the light for a sec so you see the commanders. We have Raph, Weatherlight Stalwart. It's an Azorius commander and would be the second Pauper option. For 2 you get a 1/3, so normally you cast this turn 2. Whenever you cast any instant or sorcery spell, you can tap 2 of your creatures to draw a card. So that's nice, right? And for 5, you also boost your team by 1 and they all gain Vigilance until end of turn. This could be a mean control and token deck. I don't have that yet. I have an Azorius Hana pre-modern deck, but I don't have a control or control pauper deck even. And this would be interesting because all your instant sorceries now that counter also draw your cards, since you also have token creators like Raise the Alarm or the like. You create a whole bunch of tokens, you tap them, you draw cards for that, you get new fodder to create more tokens or counter new spells, and at some point you just hit everyone with a big army that you boost with your commander. Now, I would give you a moment and let the chat decide which of the commanders or commander pair I should build and see which gets the most votes. I know we're not many in chat, so just take a moment, write, and we'll see which one gets the most votes, and then we're just gonna start and build the deck. You will get the insights of how I go about building decks like that, which cards I include normally, and what my thought process is here. If you have ideas of what to include in such a deck, also let me know in chat so we have a nice discussion, and you can also influence how this deck is built and what is in there. I'll see if I have all the cards obviously, but I will let you know. So take a moment. If you need to look at another card, maybe I will show them again and give one sentence what they all do, and then you can decide, or you already maybe have decided. Rocco would be Pauper Slivers as a tutor. So Naya Slivers. We have Go Shintai, which would be a enchantment reanimator deck without shrines, and we have Breya and Zerda as an artifact activator kind of deck, so all artifacts would have activated abilities with infinite combos, no green involved. And lastly, Raph, Weatherlight Stalwart as a Azorius Pauper control and token deck. Which are you most interested in for me to build? We have 1 vote for Breya plus Fox. Okay, so this one. Any other people who are interested in any others, or that in specific? I'll write the names out for you. We have Rocco Slivers. We have Go Shintai. Enchantment Reanimator. We have Breya plus Fox, Zerda, as a activated artifacts shell. And lastly, Raf as a Azorius. Control plus tokens. Can I send out a poll? Ah, I can! Add options. Rocco. Go Shintai. Brea plus Zerda. And Raf. Nice. Okay. There should be a poll. Just choose any of them and let me know which one you would be interested in. In a couple of minutes I will collect the votes and then we will start building. If you have any questions about the decks, or generally when want to just talk, just write anything in the chat as well. And in a couple of minutes, let's say like 3 or 4 more minutes, voting, and after voting we will start building. Okay, I would say one more minute of voting and then we can start building. Okay, so it looks like the winning commander is Brea and Zerda. Gonna put those to the side. That doesn't mean that we're never gonna build them, but today's day will be those two. Let's put those to the side, and maybe one day they will get a video themselves. But Zerda and Brea is what we're gonna focus on today. Let's get the size down again a little, maybe like this, and see what we can build with that. So my first idea, and we're also gonna look at some queries of how I'm gonna do that. Can go to advanced and pick all the colors that we play, everything except for green, and we want some activated abilities. I think it is possible just to put a colon here. Do we only get activated abilities like that? No, we can't. Was that possible? Like so? Oh yes. Yes, that is possible. Okay, so we have all the activated abilities. Now, we don't want any lands currently, so type L should remove all the lands, right? Correct. And then we want commander legal. So legal in commander, and all the non-legal cards also go away. That is not true because this one is still in there. Why not? Oh, I said not legal in commander. Legal in commander. And then we sort by what people play generally. So we get all the playable cards first. Obviously we're gonna include a whole bunch of mana rocks. These I'm gonna look at in a moment, since this will be not the most important part. The more important part will be to see which cards we can include in such a deck. And then let's end the poll, by the way, before more people get the idea to vote. Then we can see which route we're gonna go and just add the mana rocks in the end. Ooh, we could put an Etherflux Reservoir, though we would have to play a Stormy deck, so probably not. Can also increase the size here for a moment, maybe like so. So you can also look with me. This is the query, by the way, that I put in here. If you wanna also start, can I not paste? There. If you wanna start looking with me, this is how I got all the activated abilities in the colors that are legal. And then we're gonna see. So Expedition Map would be interesting, certainly. Just to be able to fix colors and also to be able to get the stuff out that we really need, you know. I think I'm gonna flip that, since my light is shining from one side here. I think this is better for the moment. So Wishclaw, okay. Necropotence we can put in. That is a fair card, right? So budget will not be a thing that we're gonna do here. So I have a nice box. Let's see. were generally put in staples. Let's reduce the size again here of this window and maybe put it into the corner again, like so. So you can look into the box with me. This has a whole bunch of staples in there, and we're gonna just see which cards I would include in such a deck. If you notice any cards that you would include, and I don't, then let me know. Planeswalkers would also be possible. Interesting. Let's put this to the side maybe for a moment. I don't know how many colorless spells we have in our deck in the end, but maybe Ugin will be playable. We can include non-permanent cards with Zirda, right? Because only permanents have to have activated abilities. Therefore, any non-land permanents can also be put in here. What else do we have? This one we cannot put in, though. That is kind of sad, but that's how life goes. And what does the staff do? Create a 1/1 spirit creature token with flying. Interesting, interesting. Maybe we want to have that in there. What else do we have? Some graveyard hate? Maybe? Maybe some removal? What else do we have? Sun Titan. He does not have an activated ability. Well, that would be an interesting deck. Eternal Dragon is cycling. Yeah, both of them obviously is an activated ability. Why not? Why not Eternal Dragon? Phasing. I don't think we need phasing, do we? That one does not have an activated. Those also don't have. Nope. What do we have here? Attacking creature. That has a triggered ability, don't need that. What do we have here? Create some more tokens. Creature tokens have first dragon +1/+0. As long as it's my turn. I think that one is solid to include. Those are permanents, right? They don't have activated abilities. I think it will not be such an easy task to build the deck. It will be interesting. That one I like. That one I like. Yeah, this is an activated ability. Okay. I like that one. Argivian Find. If you don't know this card, you can return an artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. We're playing an artifact heavy deck, and so this is kind of like the best artifact enchantment in your graveyard. It's like a Joker card. I really like it. More people should play that. You can play all kinds of cycling cards, so the best cycling cards we could even include. What else? Going to blue now. Not an activated ability, sad. It has an activated ability. We can go like the token route with that one. Casting spells and creating tokens. Activating abilities and creating tokens. Non-token. Nah. Would have loved to put that in there. But since it does not have an activated ability, we cannot put it into this deck. Deals combat damage. You may draw that many cards. Huh. Maybe? Reality Shift. I like that one as a removal. Like, it's a unique removal. And it still gives someone a card and a chance to do something else. Oh! Yeah. Okay, it's not a permanent, so I can put it in there. It was like it does not have an activated ability. Commander creatures come a copy. Not that useful. Okay. What else? That was foil even. Nope. Hi, welcome! We are building a Brea and Zerda activated ability deck together, for those who joined a little later. And I'm currently looking at cards. If you have ideas what to put in, let me know. Your hot takes of which cards I should include in such a deck. Do we want to blink our commander? Why not though? Can tap creatures with that one? Maybe. I mean, it depends on what else we have entering. This one would be great to blink. So maybe some blink cards? This we can't include. What else do we have? Nah. This, this will be a combo piece to include here. If we manage to create infinite mana, infinite mana, infinite colorless mana especially. This is already reduced by our commander by 2, so it only costs 2 to draw 1 card. So even then it's great. If we have infinite mana, we can just draw a whole deck. Just with a 1 blue mana creature. I like that. That sounds fair, right? What else? Can sacrifice a creature. Reveal cards until we have a non-legendary creature and put it onto the battlefield. Maybe? Doesn't sound too bad. It's kind of sad that it goes out of focus. Can I out of... Oh! Great. Okay. So I think I forced it to focus at a specific range, and it tried to help and still focus, even though I kind of forced it in a specific... Oh, that is so much nicer. A specific range. What else? Teferi, Master of Time. Oh, I don't think so. Nah. Maybe? Maybe because we have a whole bunch of token creators. Another non-token artifact becomes a 4/4. Meh. Because we have so many token creators, we have a whole bunch of blockers also, you know? We don't play dragons. Oh, we have summonings here. We will not play that many instant sorceries, though. We're trying not to. Does that... This does have an activated ability on the back. Does that help? Non-creature, non-land? Maybe. Maybe we'll include that one. Helps us to scry along a little, and later gives us some more scry. Because why not? Midnight Clock. This one is a nice reset for the hand and for the graveyard. I think I will include that. Attacking creatures with flying at +1/+1. Another 3 against control. of a non-land permanent of your choice controlled by the player to the right. And we can do some shenanigans here. With infinite mana, we need colored mana though. I mean, there are these artifacts that have like activated abilities of like pay 2 to get 1 colored mana, 2 colorless to get 1 colored mana. And with our commander, it reduces it to 1. We have all the mana that we want as long as our commander stays around. And then we can infinitely grow our board. I like that idea. Let's try that one as well. Oh, Necropotence, because why not? Fancy artwork. Though I do like the older artwork. I will replace that in a sec. This I will probably trade away to someone who enjoys that more, because I like the old stuff. Dam to destroy all creatures. I think so, just to be able to deal with pesky board states that we cannot get out of. What else? What else? We need activated abilities. Lethal Scheme. This could be reduced to 0 with our whole bunch of tokens out, maybe. The Sorcia, because Scry. And why not? Nah. This one I really like. The Protection Racket. It does not have an activated ability, but I really like it, because you can do some shenanigans and some politicking. I like to play it in my Rakdos Traps deck. Where am I from, you ask? I'm from Germany. Sorry, I didn't read the chat for a moment. Yeah, if someone wants to check out your channel, let's go there and say hi from me. I hope that helps. A little shout out to... let us know what your channel name is. If you like seeing pack crackings, I have that on my channel as well, but if you want to see more, maybe support a newer YouTuber, I suppose newer. What else do we have here that does not have an activated ability? Yeah, that is all not useful for our deck. Of course, no problem, no problem. Happy to see you here. If you have comments or ideas of what to include, also let me know. Does the Warlock class help us? Thank you. Happy to see you here. I will leave you a sub later. After the stream. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses one. Okay, meh. Look at the top 3 cards, put one of them. Maybe end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. I don't know. Is that good? I don't like it. It's a little clunky. Let's put it away. No activated abilities. Cycling. Ooh, sneak attack. We have to sack it though after. I don't think we're playing a reanimator deck. We could play a wheel. I think we're gonna do that. Activated ability is great, I heard. Second artifact. Deals 2 damage to any target. Even reduced by 1 wouldn't help. Chaos Warp, obviously, obvious inclusion as a general removal card. Depending on how many cards we find, we can even go harder and only include permanents in this deck. So no instants, sorceries, or the like. Could be interesting. There's a board wipe and a ramp, but at some point your ramp dies, so I don't like it that much. But it is a fun card. What does that? It copies a creature, right? Copies a creature. We may have it become a copy as it enters. So it enters... It triggers enters the battlefield effects. I think we have several creatures that we would enjoy copying. Goblin Bombardment. think we can use that. Next time I would draw, it deals 1 damage. Ooh. Interesting, but I don't think useful. Because we would have to have infinite mana for that and infinite draw to deal all the damage. So I don't think we're gonna include that. Pile is getting quite high. Hopefully it doesn't fall. What else do we have? This one. Now we're at green. Okay. We have artifacts and multicolored cards in the box as well. Oh, I'm sorry. And then let's check that. So, what does she do? Exile her. Up to 1 target creature, return that card to the battlefield. Okay, so blink, interesting. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Oh, she cannot be raised. Interesting. Each opponent discards a card and you draw a card. Meh. Don't want to include her. Atraxa, that is the other 4-colored. Exile creature, maybe. That could be an interesting reanimator spell. We can pay X and Azorius to return X artifacts and or non-aura enchantments with mana cost X or less onto the battlefield. And if it's 6 or more X, they are all 4/4 creatures as well, forever. So I think that could be an interesting reanimator. We'll see how many enchantments and artifacts we play, if that is useful or not. What else? What else? What does that do? So whenever a creature I control deals damage to a player, I exile the top card of their library. Interesting, and I can look at it. Creatures have menace, and then I can cast cards that are in exile. Maybe? It has activated ability, yeah, okay. Okay. This one I cannot play because it does not have an activated ability. Yurion also doesn't. All the green cards we don't need. And this is probably not as important to include. Let's put those to the side. Next. Artifacts are coming in a sec. Merciless Eviction. I don't think people play that anymore, do they? Like, it is so expensive. There are better board wipes these days. Okay, so if you have 8 or more permanent cards in the graveyard, you can choose 1 or more. What if I don't? I just choose 1. Interesting. Okay, so either I take a non-land permanent back to my hand. Oh, to their hand. So I just return a non-land permanent back to their hand. Discard a card. Each opponent discards a card. I look at the top 3, take 1, and put the rest into the grave. I don't think so. Very clunky. Nope. Too expensive. Nope. Still nope. Oh god, I have Merciless Eviction 3 times. Do you remember the days? I mean, Soaring. Now we're at the Mana Rocks. Activated. No activated. That one. We're not playing that many enchantments, are we? Can I give you a tip to get started on YouTube? Interesting. How long? How old is your YouTube channel? I suppose probably less than a year now. This we should include. I wouldn't do YouTube if it wasn't a hobby today. because it takes a lot of time, and it kind of... the algorithm kind of forces you to post regularly. Regularly can be anything between like every couple of days or every week or every month. But regularly, generally, like try to upload at least, let's say at least once a month, once a week at least. And also don't pressure yourself to do videos, but also upload regularly, you know? And this is like a thing that many YouTubers complain about, is that you have the problem of working, you know, like creating videos but not getting anything from it, but kind of being forced to create more and more videos, and sometimes they don't perform well, and you still have to upload, you know. This is where some people just at some point just quit. I am currently at a point now after 3 years, and I was at that point 2 years ago when when work started getting really tiring and exhausting, and I had barely any time to upload regular videos. I almost was at the point that I could get some money from YouTube, and then I didn't upload as many videos, and YouTube started not to offer or show videos that often anymore, and I had to do it all over again during the last year. And now I'm at the point where I was 2 years ago in regards to watch time. In regards to subscribers, I grew regularly. I think around, you could say, 1 subscriber per day. This is what it came down to. The channel is 3 years old, and around about 1 every day, 1.5 every day. And this seems to be normal compared to other people who I got to know on YouTube and also are around at the same position that I am now, having their channel for a couple of years and uploading regularly and having it for 3 years or so now. Skullclamp I should include. Yeah, so I think my takeaway, or my hint, my tip: upload regularly, but also don't pressure yourself, and do it because you have fun and not for the goal of getting money. Because I do it for fun. Like, the YouTube channel was created because I received so many fakes, actually, and I wanted to capture that on video and show it to people and be like, look, this is what you sent me, you know. And I haven't received any fakes for 3 years, and now a couple of months ago I now received another fake, and this was actually where I realized this finally happened, and this is why I created the channel, you know. And I got my money back, so that was nice. So it's kind of a hobby, but also kind of like to show people what I do with my cards, and if they send me expensive cards, that I make sure that they are real. Yo. So that is long. TLDR, upload regularly, and also don't force yourself and do it for fun, you know? But also let me know, like, why did you create a YouTube channel? Like, that would also be interesting to read what other people have as their reason to do that. What does the key do here? I can search my library for an artifact card with a mana ability or a basic land. This is a good card, though, with a mana ability. I think there can be done some shenanigans. We'll see. Of course, you're welcome. Talismans we all need, obviously, for ramp, more ramp, all the good ramp. Untap or tap a creature. But I'm kind of flattered to now be at the point on YouTube where I can give tips on how to YouTube. What does the Brotherhood Regalia do again? War 2. And as an assassin, sure, why not? Equip a legendary creature. Maybe we want to put that on our commander or Zerda, but I don't know. It's reduced by 2, so it only equips for 1 anyways with our commander out. Maybe. I think still Lightning Greaves are better than the Regalia in my opinion. Oh, it can't be blocked. Ew. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the can't be blocked part that is interesting to people. Toxic 1, don't need that. Untap a legendary creature. Mana Crypt we cannot play anymore, sad. Steel Hellkite. Do people still play Steel Hellkite? I mean, with the Zerda out, that is reduced by 2, right? So if I pay at least 3, I only need to pay 1, you know? Swift Foot Boots, of course, why not? Just to have some protection. This I cannot play. That is it from this part here. Don't think so. Don't think so. Also don't think so. Oh, there's some cards got mixed up here from my last trades of people not knowing where to put the cards. This part will go to the multicolored again. This is the Steel Hellkite, if you don't know what it does. Wipes the board of X mana stuff. And then we're at lands. Underground River, of course. Catacombs, of course. These all go in here. Not sure about that one. This one, 2 or more less. So 2 or less. 2 or more lands. 2 or more lands. Good. This we can include. We can include a whole bunch of non-basic lands. If we play 4 colored, you know, why not include all of the lands that are useful? Oop. What else do we have? I don't like these lands though. This I also don't like. Isolated Chapel, why not? Glacial Fortress, yeah, sure. Copy of a non-token artifact you control. It's colorless. I don't know. Probably not. Ooh, this is prettier. Prettier temple. I like that one better than this one. Shore fetch land. We can also put in some triomes. More temple? More temple. Failed Passage I wouldn't include since we're playing 4 colored. This one we can include. How long have I been collecting? Great question. 26 years now. So I've been around, and I've been around so long I get bored by, let's say, normal decks. So I'm building these silly weird decks. Ooh, it's pretty a Temple of Triumph. These silly weird decks where I am forced now to play only activated abilities. And yeah, I have a whole bunch of weird and unique decks on my channel. For everyone who hasn't checked out all of these videos, do that. But maybe after the live stream. And yeah, 26 years. I got a whole bunch of collections through my cards, through collections from my cousins who stopped playing, and through my uncle. Do we have springs already? I don't think so. And therefore, I just own a plethora of cards, and am able to build all these weird decks. At some point, I started trading away a whole bunch of cards since I went into Paupers, since I liked their restrictions, and build decks around this format, since it's always able to be upgraded. Triome. Do I play anything other than Magic? In regards to card games, no. In regards to computer games, I also play Guild Wars 2 with my wife from time to time. Not that actively though. just some daily stuff and maybe some story or achievements. Sounds actually kind of active though currently. Maybe active, kind of semi-active. Haven't played any other TCGs really. Like I played a month of Yu-Gi-Oh! I played 1 round of Lorcana and 2 rounds of Star Wars to realize they're pretty similar to Magic, and nothing comes close to Magic the Gathering. They all copied from this game, which is the OG game, you know? And all of them have such similar interactions and things that they do. Oh, forgot to put these in. And I stated with Magic the Gathering, I like the art, I like how it's played, that you can build infinite stuff. Let's see what else we have here, if we have anything that we can put in here. I mean, I could also show the camera. These are cards that I traded recently, or got in trades. This one we can also put in. This we shouldn't. What else do we have? These are just cards that I trade, and I have just a slip of paper in there currently to just find them quicker. Spell Bomb is useful. Let's put that in. Nah. I think we have enough. I mean, we play 4 color, so maybe we don't have enough color fixing. There should be only a few non-basic lands in a 4 color deck, in my opinion. Yeah, any other games that you play, chat? Any other games than Magic the Gathering? If you have anything that you think I should try out, I will see if I can. I'll find a way. But I think I will stay with Magic the Gathering. I don't think I will stop playing. The Universes Beyond kind of make it hard for me to stay, but I noticed I can also just interact less with that, and don't really have a problem. If people want to play their Final Fantasy commanders, I don't mind, but I don't have to build that, you know. And since I'm not playing any competitive, I don't... maybe. I like the ability to be able to play it as a land as well. Oops. It has double white, that makes it harder to cast in a 4 color deck. Ooh, that is funny. That is a solid counter spell in such a deck. I can just sack any of my Thopters that my commander creates to counter any spell for just a blue. Of course, include that. Meh. I mean, River Glide, why not? It is a pretty Swords Plowshares, but I think I will find a cheaper one. This one I will trade away. Not the biggest fan of Final Fantasy. Like, I don't mind the franchise, but I don't need it in my deck. Nope. Maybe. Okay, so these were all the cards that I had in my trading, not really binder, trading stack. This we can also include. And then I will get some decks that I plucked apart recently to put in more cards. Give me a sec. Okay, got here 4 more decks. Well, that sounds fun. Ripping booster packs with children. I don't have children yet, but I imagine it to be quite fun to play with your children. I will replace the foil one. That sounds fun. Grim Monolith. What I also would recommend to people creating a YouTube channel is to not have too much of different things on the channel. You know, like, let's say like you have a Magic channel and then it's also Pokemon, but you also stream computer games and, you know, like you also do traveling videos. That would be too much. But I imagine to have like a Magic and Pokemon channel, I think that's fine. Don't put too much into one channel, because then people are like, what am I watching, you know, like, and YouTube also doesn't know where to recommend you. There it is, my favorite Necropotence. This was from a dual deck where this box, by the way, one sec, this box, ooh, it's big. This box also comes from, and it's like a Deckmaster series. 2 decks were in there and 1 foil Necropotence, and I really like this version. They're both really cool and quite similar, but I like this old foiling better. So this will go in here, and the Necropotence, the Secret Lair, will go back into my trading box. This was my King Makar gold deck. I haven't showed it to the channel and I plucked it apart. So, oh, this we should include. I don't know if I will rebuild it. Whenever he untaps, you exile a creature and you get a gold token. It's really cool and quite mean. Has some infinite combos in here, or had. But yeah, I took it apart. You can see the rest in here. Most of the combos are not in here. Static Orb was in there. Mean deck. Thinking what to include. Force Field. Ooh, we don't have the strongest deck yet. You know, like, it's not like we have like an aggro deck or something. Cards like Force Field really could save our life, and not many people know this card since it's on the reserved list, and it's a collector's edition one, but no one cares anyways, and the effect is quite unique. I think we include that since it is quite nice, quite a nice card. What else? Ooh. Oh, this one we cannot include. This we can. We could include a Metal Worker. I don't think so. We're playing 4 color. Should keep that in mind. I play 4 color and we don't have much use for colorless. You now see, I recently did a video about which decks I kept, and now you see so many decks that I plucked apart. So this is my Orvar Sorcery Tribal deck, which does not include any instants. And this was everything I had, minus a couple of cards. Let's see if there's anything else interesting in here. Grim Monolith, okay, sure. We already have one. We need a Basalt Monolith. And it was a quite a mean deck, and at some point I just had to pluck it apart since it is still quite strong. My favorite card. My favorite card in Magic. I'll think about it for a second. In the meantime, let's continue searching for more cards. This is my Furia Orzhov Cantrips deck. I have that on the channel, and to be honest, I plucked it apart shortly after. I had this for around 2 or 3 years, and I already played it so often that I didn't need to tell the story more often, you know? Like, you tell a story over and over again, at some point it gets old. And in this case, with the Orzhov Cantrips deck, it's still fun, and there is things that are so unique to this deck that I would think about rebuilding it, but yeah, I think I had enough of this deck, you know. But it had quite a bunch of interesting cards in here. Oh, there's an English talisman. Makes it easier for editing for me. Okay, some filter land. I don't think we need to put in Lake of the Dead. Okay. There are not many activated ability cards. So I'm thinking favorite card. I'm thinking Wheel of Fortune currently, since it's such a good and solid reset card. It's also on the reserved list, but that is not the main thing for me. Rather, oh, Fetchlight, why not? Rather, the fact that you can use it politically, which is how I like to play it. Orzhov Signet, why not? So I normally, before I cast a Wheel of Fortune or think about casting it, I ask the table if they want a new hand, and if the table chooses to do that or to want that, I do it. If more than 2 players, or if two players say no they don't, because it's only 3 players that ask, that I ask. If more than 2 players say no, I don't do it. By the way, for people who don't know what Wheel of Fortune is, Wheel of Fortune. There is the... Let's go to Scryfall again. There is the unlimited version, and there is an online version. I prefer the white border unlimited version, actually. So in this case, back in the day, it said both players, but the new errata text is each player discards their hand and then draws 7 cards. And I really like the versatility of this card. It resets. People who were behind are now back in the game, you know. You can annoy people. Oh, I have a second one. You can annoy people with that, of course, but I as I said, I like to play it politically. This is my Norin deck, my Norin and Rocco deck, or was, which just was a little too strong. So I had to pluck it apart as well. Yeah, so Wheel of Fortune, I think. Let me know what your favorite cards in Magic the Gathering are. I like it. I really like it. Generally, these kinds of reset cards I really enjoy, especially if you play it politically. This, again, also a great card. Lauren of the Third Path. Activated ability, important for this deck, but especially the fact that you can... yeah, I think so. You can use it politically and ask people who wants to draw a card with Lauren is really nice. Welcome to everyone who joined recently. We are building a Breya and Zirda commander deck with activated abilities only. And we'll see how far we get. If you have ideas of what to include, let me know. I'm currently thinking about including Vandal Blast, and I think we're gonna do that. Some classic staples, cause why not? There is Norin. This deck was fun, you know? Like, I enjoyed it, but not my opponents. And I like my opponents to also like to play with me, and I just had to take it apart. If you don't care about making friends, do check out the video, because it's a cool deck. It's a cool and unique deck. And maybe you like that, and probably your table won't, but maybe that's also fine. So this we also include. Why I don't recommend for new players to build 3 or more colored decks is the mana base that you need. Because you have 4 colors to fix and be sure that you can play 4 colors, and you need a big mana base. Otherwise, if you have a big wallet, sure, do that, build it. But if you don't and you're just new to the game, just stick to 1 or 2 colors. It's fine. And actually, these are also, I think, the strongest. Like 1 or 2 colors, they don't have the mana problems that 3, 4, or 5 colored decks often have. Or can signet, why not? And then, you know, cards like these. Great card counterspell, but in a 4-color deck, you need 2 blue to do that. And if you don't have the mana base, it's hard to do. When black spells cost 1 less. I don't think we need that. I think we have enough ramp. I really like this arcane signet from the secret lair. We have expedition map, and we have the Wayfarer's Bauble all included. This was my... Oh, this was a Livestream build deck. The Arami. I noticed there she is. I noticed that she doesn't do as much as I wanted her to do. This was a pauper Arami deck, and you always need to exile more stuff to reanimate your cards. And I took her apart after a couple of games. I noticed that it wasn't the best deck in casual pods. You know, I don't need it to be the best deck, of course, but. It wasn't performing as well in casual pods, you know? I don't need to win all the time, but sometimes would be nice. Command Tower, why not? And probably Muldrifter. Don't think we need that. Okay, so these we all include. What else does chat rate? Ooh, the foil Uroboroid. Don't know how to pronounce that one, but I know which snaky Edge of Eternity's cards you mean. It's worth a couple of bucks, right? $10 or so. Congrats on pulling that. My Edge of Eternities wasn't the best. Ooh, or something. Is that how you write it? Yeah, that guy. Oh, it's $20 already. Wow. I think it started out lower. At the beginning of your combat, put X counters on each creature where X is the creature's power. This creature's power. Okay, so it makes itself bigger and then the whole board bigger. That is cool. Can include that in my deck. Not only does it not have an activated ability, but also it's green. Right, but congrats if you pulled that. So, what else? You get your butt kicked by people on Arena with more than 2 colors and you're confused. I mean, if you have the mana base, 3 colors, 4 colors, 5 colors, they're able to do more stuff that only 2 or 1 colors wouldn't do, you know? Like, let's say a mono-red deck has the problem of not being able to remove enchantments very well. If you play 4 colors and you have red and more colors, normally you can remove enchantments, you know? But you always have to have the right mana, so yeah. There's like a middle to be found, but often 1 or 2 color decks are more focused and don't have the problem of their mana being screwed in any way. I have to check for activated abilities. I don't know what I included, what the last cards were that I included. Okay, so that looks still fine. So these 4 decks we looted. Let's get some more. Big pile of cards that I recently traded here, and I have a Inventor Sphere and a Godless Shrine here, thinking about building the the right hand as a budget deck soon on the channel, so a little spoiler for you here for the people who watch this stream, another Necropotence. These are just generally cards that I would normally include in decks. Fellwar Stone, great card in a 4-color deck. All the gods here. I don't think I need any of the gods, do I? These are all green, green, green. If you had a creature enter your draw card, I don't think I need those. Let me know if you think I would need any of the gods. Bitter Blossom I'm not allowed to include. And then we have another pile of cards that I recently traded. Sacred Foundry we should include, obviously. Duels are great. Windswept I already have as a old order in here now. Counterspell, I don't think, should I include Counterspell? Like, it's good. I'll include it. I'll include it, don't think we have that many artifacts in here. There it is, the English version. Let's replace that with the German one. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Let's replace that. Makes it easier for the video, so I don't have to replace cards. Feed the Swarm. We should also include some artifact removal or enchantment removal, but I think we're gonna go with white stuff to do that. Thought Vessel. Flooded Strand we should include. Swords. Also, by the way, I don't play Arena, and you know why? Because it's not that I don't like to play Magic online, because I like to play it on Spell Table from time to time. I also have a couple of videos where I play, and I should do another video in the next couple of weeks where I play on Spell Table. But the problem is with Arena, I have a big collection of like 26 years old, and now having to remember which cards I own in real life and which cards I own online kind of sucks. I don't want to have to do that, and that's why I don't play Arena. That is the only reason. Because the other way that the thing that would happen is someone says, hey, do you have this card? Let's say the Ubororoid, the worm, the green worm from Edge of Eternities, and I have it online on Arena, but I don't have it in real life, and I probably would at some point get confused. Oh, that is a cooler Magus of the Wheel, isn't it? Should replace the guy. There it is. This is my Gruul control deck, and I think I started taking it apart. Also a deck that I had for years. It's fun, just to be able to try it out with Clothis. But again, it's not my favorite playstyle to play Control. Ooh, I like this Chaos Warp better than the normal one. Let's replace that as well. What did I do? This way. I'm not the biggest Control player, and Deflecting Sword we could put in. I mean, we don't have a budget, right? Let's go for it. Ooh. Many cards I like gamble. Get a card and discard a random card. I mean, why not? So, as I was saying, I'm not the biggest Control player, and therefore I just plucked it apart at some point. Staxy also it was. This is a fun card. Throw that at a player who plays a Blasphemous Act and see him dead because he wiped the board. Okay, just green cards here. We're just looking at the red ones, and then a whole bunch of basic lands. A Wasteland. Yeah, I don't think we need those. What's that? Ah, those were just extra cards that I traded recently. We can put those to the side. Then, what's that? Well, that was my wife's life gain deck. Let's see if there's anything else that I still need. These are this is just the rest of her deck. Swords we already took. I like this one better from the artwork. Oh, and we have an English midnight clock. So, midnight clock, there it is. If you wanna read it here for a sec, you can stop the video, and we include this, and then we replace the swords as well. Swords, yeah, because this one I like better. This does not have an inner sleeve. Let's change that. Great, okay. Next pile. What does that do? No maximum hand size, draw 2 cards. Whenever you draw a card, make a creature bigger. Meh! Not what we're going for. This is how I proxy my cards. It was a heuristic study. And it cost me pretty much nothing. Heuristic study. And it looks great. What's the difference besides the back, obviously, and the thickness, but we're playing casual, to this, and let's say like the textless soulstone, you know? Like, what's the difference? It doesn't say the name on it, okay, sure, but on the back there's a name, so I can't cheat. And I don't have to pay 40 bucks for a heuristic study. Can trade it away and can get myself a nice old vintage 40 bucks card. We have my wife's shrine deck with Sisse here, and let's see if there are cards that we want to include. Swift Foods we already have. Do I include a Mother of Runes? I think so, because we can protect Zirda then, and that's a good thing. We want to keep Zirda around. We can play the Academy Reactor. We'll see if we have some enchantments that we want to reanimate. Similarly, Replenish if we have enchantments that we want to reanimate. How many? Let's check for a second. How many enchantments do we have that we would tutor for or reanimate from the graveyard? We have this one. This one probably won't die because it's a land. She's indestructible. Maybe that one. Shark Typhoon is a good one. What else do we have? Necropotence would be a card that we would like to tutor up or reanimate. But we're playing an artifact heavy deck, therefore, actually, most enchantments we don't need to tutor or reanimate. Okay, so this would have gone, these two would have gone into a, what was his name? A Go Shintai deck, but since we're not playing, building Enchantment Reanimator, let's not include those and just keep them in my wife's Sisse, or the rest of her Sisse deck. Untap target legendary creature. We don't have many tap abilities. There's another heuristic study proxy, and that is it. She has an activated ability. Great. Good. Good. Let's see. We'll take a break in the sense here that we will check all the cards that we have now and also check what else we need. And I just remembered I need one thing, which is the Basalt Monolith, which not Moin, but Mon, which is a card that I really want to include. And I think I have a foreign black border one or something. Let me check for a sec. This is my revised and foreign black border box. And there should be, if I recall that correctly, there should be a Basalt Monolith in here. If I haven't traded it away. Okay, so our basics. and maybe between the artifacts. Let's see. Nope. Aw. Too bad. I don't know. Or I might know where it is, but it would take quite some time to find it. Thinking about checking. I know exactly where it is, probably. It's a big box, and I don't want to check it. It's a big box of not sorted cards, just old border cards. I don't know if I have any other version. Because I normally trade them away, I don't play them really. Let's check for that. Since I really want to include it in this deck, it should be in the box. So this big guy here, let's put it to the side since it will just take all the room, and get out and quickly skim through the cards. Maybe I can find it right away because I know around where it should be. No, these are all blue cards. Oh, maybe I sorted them already. Oh, that is good. That is good. Okay. This will take not a long time. There it is. Whew. So these are all cards that are not really important in this deck. This one we will include. Put the box to the side here. And let's see. So, what I'm gonna check now, for everyone who also likes to learn about deck building, is how many cards of each category I have. We don't need the Scryfall for now, we just need some space. And also I think I still have a fresh playmat that I haven't opened, and I wanted to open it during the live stream. This one here, which is from Paramount. They didn't pay me in any way, they just sent me the playmat, and I still have it. And I just wanted to open it since it's just on my shelf. So I'm really happy with their condition and their quality. And these are always stitched and always nice in quality. So I don't have an affiliate link in any way or anything currently. So, but if you generally are looking at different playmats, let's put those to the side here for a sec. This one. If you are looking at buying a new playmat, these are always really nice, vibrant, quality is nice. They have stitched edges here and haven't had any problems with them. If you're not happy, you can contact them, tell them that something's not right. But this looks really nice. Has some white specks here. Get some production stuff. So if I didn't have it sent for free from them, I would probably contact them and ask them to replace it, and they probably would. So just for you to know. But if you like this playmat, maybe you want to check them out. Paramount is what their company is called. Let's get the old playmat here away. I think that also fits to the deck. So thank you Paramount for the playmat, and I think that also fits to the deck. So, thank you, Paramount, for the playmat, and, I think that also fits to the deck. So, thank you, Paramount, for the playmat, and, I think that also fits to the deck. So, thank you, Paramount, for the playmat, and, I think that also fits to the deck. So, thank you, Paramount, for the playmat, and, let's check the deck, shall we? So, Brea and Zerda is what we're building. We're trying to have all the activated abilities that we can. We have a big pile now of cards that we would like to include. We can look at them a little closer in a second. Let's just now sort them by lands and non-lands. And this is how I go about building a deck. I want to now check which lands I have, how many I have, how many more I need. And then we're going to look at some different categories of what do all these cards do. By the way, if you missed the name of their playmat, that is their name, PermanentDesigns.com. They also have playmats on Amazon. Again, I'm not paid. I just think they're just really nice people and have really good products. So that is 10 lands, and I'm aiming at around 30 plus or minus for now. I think we already reached that. Are we not playing any basic lands? How about that? 34 lands. We could even cut 1 or 2, probably. Because we're also playing some MDFCs, some flip lands that also have a land on the back. Okay, we have enough. Let me see. Let's see how many of each category of land we have. So we have blue-black, we have red-blue, we have white-black, and white-blue. Let's see if there are some that are too common. Oh, there are many more combinations, aren't there? Ugh, there are many more. Or several more, not many more. So this one. Also making sure that I don't have any doubles. Don't want to have that. The black, white, and silver one that I have from Paramount. The black, white, and silver. I'm checking my collection now. Maybe this one. This black, white, and silver one? This one, fun fact, is from Ultra Pro. Not stitched, so it's also older, if you mean that one. And it's from GND Cards, customtokens.eu. I think it was a Greek seller who had that one. I really like this mat. This is a playmat that my wife really likes to use. I think we got it back in the day. I don't know, I would have to ask my wife, for her Kalia deck or for her Eily deck. One of these two. Let me know if that was the mat. Yeah, that was one. Okay, that was the mat. That is red and white. Yeah, the thing is about these G&D mats, by the way, they have custom designs. Like you cannot tell them to make a certain design. I don't know if you can, maybe now. But it's really thin, and they're already kind of starting to flare up a little. But again, these mats are now 9 years old or so. So permanent mats that I have are only like 2 years old now, the oldest. Let's continue sorting. This goes there and here and there. Okay, so we have sorted the lands. You or I could now try to check what the distribution of this deck is. If you wanted to, you could, but I would try to have the same amount of each. And what I notice here is that I have like 6 here in this category. 4 here, 4 here. So we could actually remove 2 here and put 1 there, and then we have 4 of each. And I would feel better just because it's the same number. Not that it's important. Which to cut, though? I think actually these flip lands aren't the best to include, because you only get one color. You can choose either of the sides to play, but then it stays like that. And thing is, then you only have this color. If you needed a second color, this one gives you either of two colors, you know? So let's take this out and let's remove a tapped land, right? Sad, because it looks cool, but these temples aren't as good as they were a couple of years ago. So this goes also away. We've removed 2, and now I want a red and white land. I do have a plateau, but I don't wanna just to have one dual land in here. White and red. I'm thinking about which white and red decks I still have, but I don't think I have that many. White and red. White and red. Let's see. Let's see if I have in this Raffine deck one more white and red land. I know it's not the same colors, but maybe there's like a fetch land, like a Misa, what's it called? Arid Misa, maybe. Ooh, Damnation, sure. This deck also, I think, is one of my most recent commander deck techs. Ooh, nah. Also nah. And I'm taking this deck apart. Because, oh, that is a cooler command tower. Because I played this deck so often now, for years now, and I played it enough. Again, another deck that I played enough, but it's very cool. If you haven't tried out a Esper aggro deck with Madness, I think you should check out this video after our nice live stream. This one. So, also a video that hasn't performed as I thought it would. Like, I thought more people would watch this one, but people haven't. So, do check out that video. I am at 32 now. I'll see if I find one more land. If I don't, I also don't mind that much. Not that perfectionistic. So these are all the lands. Let me, one sec, count again. Those are 10, 4, 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 32. Okay, 32, 33 for now. And then we check the rest, because I actually think this is already a deck. And now we have to do like the fine tuning. This is extra. What's it called again? The video, the Raffine video you mean, or what? Which deck do you mean? This Raffine is what the commander is called. Let me know if that was what you meant. Raffine Esper aggro, I think you will find on the channel. She has red eyes. This was a special effect that I added. So, next up. Yeah, the video. Raffine Esper aggro, she has red eyes. I used the same artwork as a thumbnail. Let's check on CardboardTutor. Where is my... one sec, I'll open it with you. A little plugging for my channel here. CardboardTutor. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This one it is. Oh, Veyran was the last one that I did. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't send it to the side. This is subscribe to the channel. Veyran was the last one that I did. Esper aggro here. Raffine Madness build is what I called it. This is the video. And it didn't get that many views, though Veyran even got less. So do check out both, I don't I guess, I don't know. if you want, whichever interests you. But also I'm happy for everyone who supports the channel by watching some videos. Now, what I am doing now is to sort the deck by different categories. And the plan is to see how much removal we have, how much ramp, and how much card draw we have. And then we have some extra cards like, let's say, protection. Always keeping in mind that they all should have activated abilities. And what I want is 10 of each. So this is like a tutor card. This normally gets me mana probably. We'll see if I keep it here. Prototype Portal copies. Thank you. Thank you for the like and subscription. Yours will come up in a moment after the live stream. So I exile an artifact from my hand and then I can copy it. And I'll see how many I have that I would like to have copied. Or to copy. We have card draw here. This does just everything. If we have infinite mana, this normally wins the game. So WinCon is a category now. We have more ramp. This we might. Oh, we could include though. We could keep more ramp. Again, another proxy that I like to use because on the back it's just the art card, but it says Soaring, and it is indistinguishable as Soaring. Everyone knows this art or enjoys this art. I don't know if I want to keep this card. I'll keep it to the side here because it doesn't really help the strategy of the deck, you know, just playing cards from your opponent. This similarly, this maybe, though we would have to have some like infinite creatures. We'll see if we keep that. Copying stuff sounds nice. Let's just put it to the side here for now. This could create infinite tokens. We still would need to have a couple of creatures that fix our mana. We'll see about that in a moment. Eternal Dragon. We'll remove that one. We don't have that many dual lands that have different typings of planes. Removal. I guess removal, I guess card draw. Oof, this I don't count towards anything because it costs 6. I don't want to have like stuff that costs 6 towards any of these categories. Maybe it's also a card that we remove, you know? What else do we have here? Card draw and removal in one. I like that one towards the removal category. It also draws cards, but normally I would like to draw more cards and not also for opponents. This one I wanted to replace here with this Lightning Greaves. What's the other one called? Swiftfoot Boots. Protection, removal and land. So removal. Card draw. Big card draw. Big combo. Big removal. More removal and card draw. Oh, there's another land. And it is red and white. Well, then we have the 34 now. 34. Don't know if I need that one. Then we have this Joker card here. Let's put it to the side. We have another removal. We have another ramp here. We have too much ramp. Way too much ramp. We'll have to remove some ramp. This is infinite ramp. Protection, tutor, removal. We have too much removal now. Okay, so that's nice. Now we can remove stuff from these categories. We still need a whole bunch of card draw. This is just tutor fixing. More card draw, solid. Don't know if we need that guy though. Do we need that guy? Sack creature to scry? I don't think so. This I just found funny to include since it can go infinite. Maybe we don't need her. This guy can go infinite. This could infinitely tap creatures, so infinite. It's interesting to see how much stuff can go infinite. So these go towards card draw, I suppose. More removal, more card draw. More removal. I don't know if I want to include that guy. And just some shard tokens, and this just scries stuff. and put stuff into my hand, but I have to pay for stuff. Does it reduce cards land mana? Activate abilities? Just generally. Okay, so it also reduces the ability of this to just 1 blue. So that's nice. Okay. I wouldn't count it towards land though. Let's just put it to the side. Okay, so we still need some card draw. 2, 4, 6, 8. I would like to have 10 card draw cards. And in the best case, repeatable card draw. If you notice, by the way, throughout the video, that I have a card in here that does not have an activated ability, let me know. Do let me know. Because otherwise, because that would be bad. We wouldn't be allowed to play Zerda as a companion. Now, we have 13 ramp. I think that's fine, actually. That is actually fine. You know, might even be as greedy as to remove even more lands. But we'll see. We will see. Because this deck is also quite mana hungry. Then again, if we are at infinite, we don't mind. So. I'm thinking now how I should proceed. I think we want to remove some. Removal. So, I don't think we need the sash. We could keep the dragon because it could go infinitely big. So this goes towards infinite, and then it still has a different purpose later on. A board wipe is always great. Do we need a second board wipe though? We only have 1 board wipe. Oh, where's the damnation? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, we have 2 board wipes. So that we keep the Vandal Blast. I really like this one because it's unique and counters a spell by me sacrificing my Breya Thopter. This we can remove probably. This I really like. Deflecting Swat, great. I think the Angel is quite expensive. Let's remove the Angel. I mean, Swords is always solid. I like the Enchanter because it can always be mana. How many counterspells do I want to play though? 2? 2 is fine, right? We have Abjure and Counterspell and the Spell Bomb to remove cards. Now, let's put this towards the card draw category. And then we have 2 more removal cards. Let's keep it like this. That's fine. So, we have 12 here. And then we have, what? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Oh yeah, that was that pile, right. Nothing's doubled. I'm wondering if I should remove the Burnished Heart. It is reduced. The mana is reduced. The activation mana is reduced. Yeah. I just noticed something. We're playing 0 basic lands. We do not need anything that fetches us basic lands. We can remove those 2, right? Bye-bye. There we go. And we're at 11 now. Now we're talking. We should just keep the rest, right? Oh, we can go down to 10. These are double, and then we're fine. We are at 10 here. That is great. Then we have 9, right? Anything else I would add? I mean, we can always add something that sacks an artifact or creature to draw 2. But then again, we always have cards that really draws a bunch of cards in blue, right? I'm thinking cards like, let's switch on the browser again. Where am I? Where's the browser? Browser? It's funny that we didn't really use that. I mean, we could check now what else is here for activation or activated abilities, but we really haven't really used it, have we? Let's check one more page, and do it a little, let's make it a little bigger here on the screen for you as well. Are we still here? Are we loading? There we are. Correct. Grim Monolith is in here. I mean, Mirror Entity I don't own, but that would make our creatures infinitely big. That would be funny. So, for people who watch it later and want to build this deck, this would be some secret tips for you. Staff of Completion we could put in, I also don't own. Oh, but we would have to pay life, so we're not gonna do that. What else? What else? Especially looking at activated abilities that don't have like a tap effect. Because if we tap it, we can't go infinite, you know. Maybe one more page, and then I'm thinking about what the sentence I started. I'm thinking about adding like a card draw card that says like for each attacking creature I draw a card for just 3 mana. That sounds like a fun thing to do. Let's check for more. Humble Defector we could also put in, but he doesn't have anything that could be reduced, so don't really mind. If you notice anything that you think I should totally add and I'm skipping over, let me know. That would also be a fun removal, though it costs double white. Attach. Okay. What I'm thinking. So if you, by the way, if you just joined or are wondering, this is the string I'm adding to, or I'm sending to Scryfall to have all activated abilities, because activated abilities always have a semicolon and a space, and this is how you look for activated abilities. Then these colors, paper game obviously, and no lands, and legal and commander. Now what I am thinking is, what was the name? Draw a card for each attacking creature. Keep watch. This I start to like more and more, because there's always like this aggro player who attacks with like 10 creatures, and for 3 mana to just get 10 cards is great. I mean, worst case, for 3 mana at instant speed you get 2 cards and you have a divination. If you already draw 3 cards, it's great, right? So I'm thinking we have these token creators, and if we have 2 tokens that attack already, that would mean 2 cards. So I'm taking a Keep Watch as a solid card draw card. What is a Judgment? Let's see if I still have one left though, because I have built so many Pauper decks in the last months, and I added 1 to most of these blue decks. Ooh, I have 1 more. Very nice. There we are, 10 cards now. Very nice, very nice. So we have 10 here, 10 there, 10 there. So that means 30, and we had 35, 34. Forgot. Darn it. 10. Let's make like 10 piles of 10. 4, 6, 8, 10. This goes away. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then we have 5. Where do we have so many lands? What happened? What? 10. Wow, those are too many lands. 4, 6, 8. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Don't you worry. 10. Now we have 10 here, and so 33 lands. I think we could still cut 1 or 2 lands more, because we have a solid ramp pile here, but 33 is also totally fine. 34. And plus another 30, we have 64. 64, 66 now. We have dice here. So, 20 and what did I say? 34. Then we have here 12. Where's the 12? There it is. And that's another 20 cards. Just so that I don't mix up stuff. This is extra. And then we have a whole bunch of cards here on the side. Let's check that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many cards do we have in total? 66. 76. 70, 80. 4, 6, 7. Now we can add another 13, am I correct? Or another 3. Wait a sec. So that is 60, 70, 80. 87. 87 cards. We have 13 cards more that we can add. Okay. Sorry. You can tell me if you don't see anything when I do. There you are, sirs and madams. So I added some dice, and then I have a pile here of another 10 and another 4. So that is where were we? 66, 76, 80, 87, and we can add another 13 cards. 13 more cards. So now I have not used EDH Rec yet, but now I would, and just check for cards that are so nicely synergistic Brea, and also add this to the screen for you, and then we can check, you know. This is how I go about deck building. Put all the stuff out that I already know I want to include, and now let's check what else people thought of that should be included in their opinion. Let us see. I'm also obviously checking at the same time which cards I actually also own or don't have already put into decks. Bola Citadel I don't want to include since it costs 3 black, and in a 4-color deck that's quite dangerous if we don't have a high token creation with Smothering Tithe. Don't have a Smothering Tithe and also don't want to play it. I don't think... Do we play any game changers? Like, we have Gamble? Is that it? Is it a bracket 3? I don't know. So, what else do we have? When an artifact is put in the graveyard, each opponent loses a life. Could put in some of these. Oh, we have to check for activated abilities. Can I add a companion though? With card name, yes. Zirda, I would like to have. Go for it. Add, go. That is nice. EDH Rec is such a great tool. Such a great tool. I added the deck filter here on the side, so I see which other cards are being played with Zirda in combination. So, and now I think we should only have activated abilities, though there's still one that has none. So I think it's like in the 99 Zirda. Eldrazi Displacer would be nice. I don't own one currently, sadly. But still, better than nothing. What else do I want? Sai I don't own. A Mirror Retriever we cannot include since it does not have an activated ability. Walking Ballista. I have Hangerback Walker, right? I don't own a Walking Ballista though. Sad. Phyrexian Metamorph I cannot include. Not easy to find some more creatures that have activated abilities that I can include. How good is Reality Chip? As long as Reality Chip is attached, you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. I mean, sounds okay. Should we include reality chip? I mean, we need to find some cards. We can still cut at some point, but currently we are missing cards. Earlier we skipped over this, but I have a reality chip. Let's go down to 12 more cards. What else do we want? I don't really need removal because we have enough of that. Of removal ramp and removal ramp and card draw, we already have enough. So all of these I can skip. This can go Thoughtcast. We could put in as more card draw, but I mean we don't need to. We don't need to. Artifacts! Maybe we can work with some more artifacts here. I'm thinking about Clock of Omens. Do we have artifacts that have like... that help being untapped multiple times throughout the turn? Prototype Portal. What do I want to copy with Prototype Portal though? I'm looking at both now. Dragon is always great to be copied. But I have to exile it also. Nope. Midnight Clock maybe? Skull Clamp? No, I don't need to copy Skull Clamp. That is just ramp. Nope. I don't think we need Prototype Portal. So let's put that to the side. And then... Clock of Omens. Untap cards. Tap 2 cards to untap. I don't think so. I don't think we need that. Etherflux we don't really need. We're not playing a Stormy deck, you know. Should we put in a trading post? It wouldn't get reduced. Its abilities wouldn't get reduced, but it's versatile, you know? Can get stuff back, can draw cards. Let's get a trading post in here. Just solid cards to include in such an artifact-heavy deck, in my opinion. And we recently skipped over it somewhere. Somewhere, probably. Nope. Was checking if my commander also deals damage to creatures, but she doesn't. She puts -4/-4 onto them until end of turn. Therefore, Death Touch wouldn't help. Oh, I know where it could be in my King Makar deck. In my former one. So let's get that back. There it is, trading post. Okay, so now we're at 12. What else? What else? I mean, we can put in more planeswalkers. Is there any artifact or creature that we want to copy? Thinking about Saheeli Supreme Artificer right now to see if there are artifacts or creatures that are good enough to be copied. I mean, those I don't want to copy, I want to go infinite. Not really. These I don't own. I think Karn I traded away. Teferi I don't have. All these Planeswalkers I don't have. Might need to go back to my Scryfall query that I put in, since here I also didn't find much that I would want to be to have in here. What we could include though is some tutors, some more tutors. Tutors or reanimation. Tutors or reanimation. Let's go back to Scryfall. I need my Scryfall query that I put in chat. There it is. And see, sort it again and see what else can be played. If you have cards, by the way, if you have ideas, let me know. If you find stuff that you think I should include. So, oh, I know what I wanted to include as well. Cards that filter mana, which at first seem a little weird, but I want them. So I can go infinite with Ineos, for example. So cards that say pay and add mana. Let's see where it gets us. And type is artifact. Artifact. There are several that do that. We're at 21 of these. Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't say pay. It says colorless, right? Where are these? Here, 1. These. And there are creatures that do that. There were creatures that do that as well. Like this, but multiple times. Oh no, they say 2, right? They don't say 1. 2 to add 1 mana. Yeah. Prismite is one of them. One of them is Prismite. Another one is the Stonework Pack Beast. Yeah. And Signpost Scarecrow. These 3 I will include. Urn of Godfire. I mean, why not? Let's check if I own that one. Because from the mom set, I didn't really get that many cards of. I do own this card. That is nice. Okay, so 11 more cards. Then Pack Beast. Here we are. That is my battle, but I don't think... Yeah, artifacts are in the other box. I'm sorry for bumping. Still with me? Let's get the other one in here. The gift bundle. That should include the... What was it called? Stonework Pack Beasts. Sky... Spear, Stonework here. Nice. Signpost Scarecrow. That one was an Eldraine, right? Yeah. Eldraine also in the gift bundle. We are at 10 more cards. We're going way somewhere now. Signpost. There is of our guy. People will be wondering why we have those in here. 9 more cards. almost there. Prismite, War of the Spark is the first printing. Interesting how many they printed with all the same effects. What did I say? Prismite is the name of that thingy. Well, there are no artifacts in this box. Ah, there. Prismite, there you are. 8 more cards. Good, good, good. Now, some tutors, right? Let's add some more tutors. Now, then we can really get the stuff that we need. And I think I want to keep it kind of casual. We could even remove the gamble to have it be actually a tier 1 deck? Bracket 1 deck? Is Grim Monolith there? I don't think so. Is Game Changer, is that a thing? Game Changer? Yeah, it is possible to do that query as well. Let's check for a sec if I have any of these cards. That would be Gamble. Oh, Grim Monolith is also in there. Could remove that. Yeah, but yeah. Heuristic Study is also in there. So we have a tier 3 deck. No more cards. These are not important pieces, you know. Let me know what you think. Should I remove these 3? This and Heuristic Study to then have a tier a bracket 1 deck? Just for the flex of being able to pull that off? Because we don't have 2 card combos. We always have Zerda, we have Basalt Monolith, now we have infinite mana but still haven't won, and then we need another card like Prophet to draw all our cards and then do other stuff like Staff of Domination or the like. Also, you don't see stuff, do you? Swoop. There you are. Yeah, so should I remove these 3 to have a non-bracket 3 deck just for the flex and the silliness? It would be less consistent, but again, it is still possible to do a whole bunch of shenanigans. And I'm kind of tending towards that. And we could put in like transmute tutors to get the stuff that we need. But let's check. Search library card shuffle and see what we... and then we get land cards, right? So we don't want to have lands. Yeah, those are too many. Minus land, and we want all of these colors. Let's see. That is better. Let's sort it by EDH rec and see what people play. Right, all of these, of course. Inventor's Fair I have, which is not a game changer, great. I mean, Diabolic Tutor I could put in. Fabricate, is that still legal? It is. But I don't own that one, do I? Where was it reprinted? Secret Lair, M10 and Mirrodin. I don't own it from Mirrodin. M10 maybe. Could check M10. Let's check the M10 box. Good old M10 core set 10 box. I doubt that we have it in here. Sorted alphabetically, this part. Flash? Nope. How about the unsorted part of the box? Let's check. Oh, it's already sorted by blue. Nope. Not in here. Where else was it? Plane Chase, I don't have. Murden, that was it, right? Yeah. I'm very sure that I don't own the Murden one. Right. Adult Tutor searches for an enchantment instant sorcery card. We need artifact tutors. And RuneScarred we cannot play. We cannot play the creature tutors that don't have activated abilities. I have to keep that in mind. That didn't load to the end. But then all these transmute cards would be so great, right? Like they have the activated ability of transmute. I had that open. Oracle transmute. Let's see. Yeah, those are activated abilities. Now, can't promise I have all of them here, but I have several here. We need mana costs 3 and 2, certainly, to do some shenanigans. These are the mana costs that are the best and most useful. I like your shenanigan pun here. Let's see. I think we can get some transmute cards rather than the big hitter tutors here. I mean big hitter. You know, like. I mean, we could put in Scheming Symmetry. That one I own. I still own. And I mean, I don't want to pluck apart decks that I'm not planning on taking apart, you know. Gifts Ungiven we could also do. Ooh, in a combo deck? Gifts Ungiven? I don't know. Similar. Discard a card at random. We could put in Reckless Handling. I like that one. Reckless Handling this box. I like it, Reckless Handling, because it is less consistent and more chaotic. There's the English version. And let's start removing game changers. Like I like the idea of not having to go to or have to depend on these staple cards. And let's get the weaker tutors like transmute cards from Ravnica. This box. Probably the unsorted box, since I have so many pauper decks. Let's see. Yeah, this one. It's just about the transmute. So that is another one card. And then we have Dimir Signet, more Dimir Signets. Wow, didn't know I owned that many. Okay, so not all of them are here. Perplex should be in here though, which is another cool card. It is also such a cool tutor and also pauper, but I am playing it for the tutor ability 90% of the time. If there's someone who plays a very, very, very mean spell, I will try to counter it, unless they discard their entire hand. Good, 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 good. What else do we need? We need a 2-mana tutor, right? Let's see the other box. Back in the day, Fun fact, I don't know if you knew. They did 2 bundles in one, and it's just for collectability. They're really cool compared to today, where you get 1 box and it's just Planeswalker on the side and you don't know which set it is. Back in the day, they just printed the set name on there, and you know what set you're getting. I don't know. Minimalistic. Where was I? 2 mana, right? 2 mana. What is 2 mana? Muddle the Mixture. I don't have Muddle the Mixture. I have Shred Memory, probably. Shred. R. S. T. Darn it. Let's see here. Oh, these are also extras. Oh, there it is. Shred. Go down to 5 more cards. I don't think I want 5 as a tutor. Do I want 1 as a tutor, though? Could get the Prophet here. We could get the Urn. Maybe we put in 1 as well. And I want the... Where's the Dimir Infiltrator? Where was that one printed? Ravnica as well. Okay. So maybe I have another one of these. Let's check in the other box. Now we're almost finished. We are almost finished. So, Dimir, there he is. There's the guy, just unblockable Dimir boy. Going down to 3 more cards. So, now. Okay, my plan would be to remove those 2 and replace 1 with card draw. One with card draw. What is another good card draw card that we could include? Draw a card. Let's see. The top draw card cards in Commander. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work. We want draw card here. Draw card, go. So I can see, whoa, that was a little too far. So you can see what I'm seeing there. Still loading? Or what are we doing? Load! So, sorted by EDH rank. So, repeatable card draw in these colors. Ooh, Black Market Connection. Should add that. It's ramp and card draw. I like that. I like options. Black Market Connections should be from AFR. AFR, yeah, ACR Black Market Connections. I think I opened one. Did I not? Did I not? I think I opened one, but not in this set apparently. Where was it printed then? What else? If not here. Not that set. I was pretty sure I had this one. Huh. Wait, don't I have it? Really? Did I skip over it? Is it in here? No. Huh. Could have bet. I'm pretty sure I had one. Maybe I put it to the side. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I skipped over it. Phew. I was wondering. Because I was so sure that a couple of days ago I already found it, and I was like, oh, there it is, and now I didn't find it again. So, this would replace Ristic Study. Now, we don't have a Ristic Study in here, but this card, I don't know where to put that, there, and then the Grim Monolith, I just replace this, we didn't count towards ramp, it would just be another combo finisher. So, tutors we have enough. We only need 4 more cards to be finished. We could add maybe another creature or 2 that draws the entire deck. Let's see. Let's see, we still have the query, I think. And maybe it says draw additionally. Draw. Let's see how many cards there are that also draw a card and have an activated ability. That guy, but I don't own that. Sacrifice a creature I don't want to do. Oh, Spectral Sailor. I need a filterer instead of just comboing, but the Spectral Sailor I like. I think I opened one in Foundation. There. For those who are new to the channel, I have 1 bundle box for every set. No Spectral Sailor. Maybe in foil? Every box that exists. Maybe I will skip on future Universes Beyond bundle boxes, because I don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I have no connection with, and there will be a bundle. I don't know why I would have to own that one or want to own that one. So that was a dud. None in there. Where else was it? Jumpstart maybe. Jumpstart. Let's check Jumpstart. So, my Jumpstart cards. We are looking for Spectral Sailor. Let's see. Seriously? There it is. There is the guy. So, I like that we're building a deck that is not that dependent on the commander. We're kind of building a 4-color shell, but then most importantly we have Zerda and our activated abilities, and we're trying to find those. If we are really bored, we can get our commander and do shenanigans, but why should we? We don't have to. Now let's check for more stuff. Draw a card, discard a card. Not that, not what we want to do. Oh, we went down to 3, by the way. 3 more cards, and we are finished with the deck. You know what? I just realized. Fairy formation. Interesting. I just realized something. If we have a creature that becomes infinitely big, that's cool and all, but they can still be blocked. But there's a solution. There is a Thopter woman who creates 2 Thopters. What was it? It wasn't blue. Create a Thopter unblockable by tapping 2 by tapping to... no? Filter? Maybe not create? Oh yeah, they removed the keyword unblockable, so that's the problem. Create. It's just can't block today. Unblockable was a keyword back in the day, but isn't today. Little fun fact here. Yeah, her Whirler Rogue. This one I want from probably Kaladesh or something. Origins. Okay, let's check that box. Because then we can make a creature infinitely big, one of our Thopters, with Ineos here. Make that guy unblockable. What's the name? Whirler Rogue. Stratus Tower TVW. There she is in German, okay. There she is. We take her. Whirler Rogue. Very nice. So, 2 more cards. Any last wishes what I should include? While you think, I'll also just look, but if you have an idea, now's the time to share those ideas. Refractor. Let's put that in as well. One more card after that one. Artifacts should be in this Brothers War box. Correct, here are the artifacts. Then we have another filterer. That is so great. Like, we have a lot of filtering mana, but then again, do we have an English one? Another German? English one? Maybe? I don't mind the German ones. I mean, I live in Germany, but I have to do a tiny bit of more editing by having to add the English translation to the video, which is fine, like, I don't mind. I'll guess so. Energierefraktor instead of energy refractor. We have another filterer here and are able to filter our mana as well if we have problems matching the colors that we play, especially Necropotence, for example, right? So, one more card. Anything you wanted to add in chat? Otherwise, we're almost finished. One more card. Oh, you know what? There's one combo, one funny combo, rocket launcher. Most people will have never heard about this one. It is such a weird card. But with infinite mana, it is so cool. And let's see if I have another rocket launcher. I know I have multiple ones in my Antiquities set cube on my channel. But maybe. Sorry, I have a white border one left over from Revised. Let's see. Artifacts. No, this is still green. Let's check. Nope, not a single one here, and none there. They were also printed in foreign black border. Let's check that as well while we're here. But if I recall correctly, there were not many cards here and no refractor. No launcher. The idea with the launcher is you can spend an infinite amount of mana and deal infinite amounts of damage to everyone. I mean, I can always order another one. Oh, now the box is too full. To replace the Antiquities one. Why is it so full? Was it always that full? Gee. Nope, that can't be right. That is too full. That wasn't that full before. Let's put a couple of cards to the side so they don't stick so much. Where are we here? Mountains. There. Okay. Now we continue. Rocket launcher. Is it no, it's not in 4th edition, is it? Rocket launcher was not printed in 4th edition. Oh, I have to take an Antiquities one. Yeah. Cheating. Stealing one from my Hana deck. So I don't have to look through my entire Antiquities set cube. I actually played 2 rounds of Magic today with friends who visited, came by, and I won with a rocket launcher combo of creating infinite mana. So why not do that in this deck as well? So the deck should be finished. Let's check one last time. Before we pack it up. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Up there we had 10 here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Correct? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then these were 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, correct. So we have here in total 32, and then we have commander plus 3, so that makes a total. Let's remove that. A total of 34, 66, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now, what I'm thinking is I could sort this deck now and do a deck tech on this video live, so you know why this stuff is in here, and then I can clip this video and don't have to do another video for this deck. Okay, so, and you also now see live how I go about this, how I prepare for a deck tech. Now, what I normally do is I have these 2 here, and I sort this deck by categories. We already have done that here. We have a tutor here, tutor. Then I guess maybe removal. We have token stuffies. We have protection. We have what else do we have? These are hard to categorize. These are 2 jokers, I suppose. Let's see for the rest. Combo, filtering. Goes towards combo, I'd say. Combo, tutor. Filter. Filter. Combo. Just nice to have. Combo. Good. These are Joker cards. Also ramp. Take care. Thank you. Happy to have seen you here. And thanks for writing. I will just do a deck tech now, and I will probably call it quits here for today, but for everyone who joins now, you can see what deck we build, and if you have ideas what to change, you can also tell us. I'm now categorizing the rest of the deck. I think I will just put stuff... Oh, this could also go into combo. Put stuff into different categories if it doesn't work out. This could go towards card draw at some point, I suppose. Then we have ramp. Yep. Sacrifice artifact, draw a card, sacrifice a creature, gain a life. That's just nice stuff. My question is if I replace the trading post with another card drawer. Like a... Let's check. What's the name? They're Costly Plunder. I think I like that better than the trading post. I want to keep the deck cheap, and having one more card drawer also not the worst. Hangerback, by the way, becomes an infinitely big creature. Shark Typhoon. This is just generally stuff, right? It costs 6. It is expensive. I think I will replace that as well. Draw card, sacrifice. Let's see which other black cards there are. And then we sort again. Right, village rights I also have here flying around. There. Village rights for the Shark Typhoon. Good, and then we have the chip that allows us to go deeper into our deck. So kind of card draw, right? Like, it kind of lets me look deeper into the deck, therefore I have one more card in hand. These, and these are jokers. Jokers we put to the tutor pile. Now, we have different piles. We have the filters, which could go into the combo pile, though they are a big category. I will keep them here. Good. Now. Really nice. Okay. Let's sort the mana also, which we haven't completely done. We have a fetch land. We have these. These are all colors. All colors. 2 colors. We have 2 colors, and we have those 2 and those 3. Plus the fetch land was in here. This is, I guess, then all colors. Oh, are they 5? They are 5. Oh no. What have I done? Okay, so we can remove one of these, and then this, and this, I suppose, kind of all colors-ish. They're all colors-ish. We can remove one more land, and then we have one more card, and I would put in another card draw card. let's remove that one. Since we don't play that many dual lands, and therefore land types will be hard to hit. Now, 14 card draw. Let's go up to 15, and then I think we got it. That is the wrong box. Oh yeah, already put it back. So, some corrupted conviction. Is that in this set? Of course not. But it was, wasn't it? Huh. Well, maybe I don't have one left. Where's corrupted conviction? March of the Machine or Outlaws? Then I have it in Outlaws. Guess I'm already playing them all. Ooh, unsorted, or halfway unsorted. Corrupted. Come on. Oh, there in English and foil. Okay, in German and foil. Good. Now we have that. We have all the lands here. Lands. And then we have these, which are fetch lands and triomes and all the multicolor. So let's do it like this. Sorted the lands. Got these sorted. Let's sort the ramp pile. These are talismans. These are signets. More talismans. And these are like kind of like classical ramp cards. So let's sort them by mana, I suppose. Good. Then we have these. Let's do it like that. Sorting the piles by categories itself, so I have a better string of thought that I can go through, a red thread if you want to call it that, and then I know what to say on which part. These are tutors. These are kind of like jokers, we said. So let's put the tutors up here. Then we have our combo pile. It's a big combo pile. We have here, what do we do here? Infinite tokens, infinitely big, infinitely unblockable, infinite mana, infinite card draw, infinitely big, infinitely unblockable, infinite damage, and what do we do here? Infinite card draw, infinite life gain, all of the good stuff. Infinitely big and unblockable. Okay. We have 3 or more. Each gains control from non-permanent. Right. So that one is also nice because we can switch stuff with our opponents. We give them like a janky token and they give us a good card. Hopefully. Gains control of a. Oh, I mean they choose. So these all sack. They sack. This lets us look deeper. These draw multiple cards. Usually, this resets. These draw. Yeah, let's keep it like this. And these just look deeper. And so, and then like so, and then put this in here. These we already, I mean, these are pretty sorted, right? We can just sort them by mana. And lastly, the removal category. Board wipes we already have in the back. We have counter magic here. We have creature removal, permanent removal, graveyard removal. I mean, these can both hit permanents. Right. Let's keep the counter magic up here for the interesting initial thought in here in this deck. Okay, good. We are almost 3 hours into this stream. Thank you everyone for everyone who joined. We built the entire Breya Zirda deck here, and our plan now is to look at the deck now in the end and create a nice finishing video, so you all know what is now in here, why we put it in here, and if you want to check out the entire building process of why why we put certain cards in here, check out the rest of the video. Let's sort it by how I want to approach this deck from the beginning. We have ramp, removal, card draw, which is always how I like to sort, or how I like to keep them together. We have the combo and the tutors. So let's do it like this, and lastly the protection, like so. So we have ramp, removal, card draw, and then tutors, and so maybe. Okay, let's get them all nicely piled up here. So I think we're good, right? How's the lighting? How's the how's the my voice? I mean, obviously, probably you would have said anything if you couldn't understand me, so I suppose you all understand me. So, our plan now. We're gonna look at our Zirda and Breya commander deck. Let me get a sip before we start. Okay, so just to be sure, I'm also recording my audio for better quality, so I can also adjust if something does not work, or if it is too close to each other. Let's match them one clap and start the video. The idea will be I will just talk about the deck as my usual deck text, and you see how I approach that. If I misspeak, I can just cut it out later on, but you will see live how I approach a deck tech video. For everyone who has a YouTube channel, this could be interesting, and you can learn something or let me know if something doesn't work or is kind of weird. And now welcome back, fellow cardboarders. This is my Breya and Zirda Dawnbringer deck, and we built it together on our live stream with just activated abilities and combos, and this is a bracket 1 deck, and it's time for another installment of Think Outside the Deck Box. This, by the way, is where I just freeze and cut out every noise, and there's like this little intro flying by for like 10 seconds, but with the magic of editing, all this will be forgotten and no one knows what happened except for people who watch this live stream afterwards. Now let's first look at Brea, Ethereum Shaper. For 4 mana, everything except for green, you get a 4/4 human artifact creature with, when she enters, you get 2 blue Thopters with flying. And for 2, you can sack 2 artifacts, maybe your tokens, that you just created, and choose one. You can either deal 3 damage to a player or planeswalker. You can target creature and give it -4/-4, or you can gain 4 life. Or you can gain 5 life. Then we are pairing it with our companion, which has the restriction that all our permanents have an activated ability. We did that on our live stream. We put in only permanents that have activated abilities. Instant sorceries are not restricted in any way. We can just have them in there. And all activated abilities are reduced by 2. This cannot reduce stuff by less than 1. So everything has to cost at least 1. So otherwise it would go infinite. But we're going infinite still. And the last ability is just not important. You get to have target creature not be able to block, so we're never going to use that. So for 3, you get a 3/3 that does all that. And we split the deck into different categories. We have a ramp category here, we have the removal category, the card draw category, some tutors. We're still playing bracket 1. So none of these cards are on the game changer list, and we have a couple of tutors to make it more redundant. We have our combo pile, which is paired with the color fixing pile, which will be quite important towards the end. We have a protection pile and a whole bunch of lands, which are no basics. Let's start with the ramp category. We're gonna look at these cards quite quickly since they are mostly staples. We have Springleaf Drum. We can tap our tokens that we created if we wanted to, or just Brea or whatever. We have a Soul Ring to just accelerate even faster. Arcane Signet for any colored mana, and we're playing 4 color, which is nice. Felwar Stone will almost always create any mana that we need since we're playing 4 colors. Except for green we don't need. Orzhov Signet for filtering mana, Dimir Signet to filter mana. We have a Talisman here, which also gets us to filter mana, either white or blue. We have the Talisman that also filters for red and white. We have the Hierarchy, filtering for white and black, and a Relic of Legends, which costs 3, taps for mana, and can use an untapped legendary creature to also tap for more mana. And we can use both our commanders or companion in this case to tap it for another mana, and this is what I just generally like, to create more mana than just one with a 3 mana rock. This is the removal category, and it has Abjure in there, which is so strong. For just 1 mana, you counter a spell by sacrificing one of your Thopters. Because why not? They are expendable, we don't need them. We have Counterspell in here, just found it beautiful. Not a real big Final Fantasy fan, but I found it fitting color-wise as well. We have Nihil Spellbomb, Nihil? I don't know how it's pronounced. The Spellbomb, Black Spellbomb here, to exile a target player's graveyard and also draw a card, so it replaces itself. We have Witch Enchanter, which also has a backside of a white mana if we really are desperate, but it can destroy an artifact or enchantment. We have Swords to Plowshares to get rid of pesky creatures. Reality Shift as well, but also gives our opponent something back because we're nice. Playing a combo deck. Deflecting Swat if someone targets our Zirda. We want to keep her around as long as possible to be able to combo out, but probably we're not going to play her if we don't have the combos out yet. Generous Gift, removal for any permanent. They get an elephant as a little little nice thing. Chaos Warp, just like the artwork, and generally solid card to remove any permanent. Should be in any red deck in my opinion. Gets rid of enchantments as well, which red has problems with. Mandal Blast to get rid of all the artifacts of our opponents. Damn to get rid of our whole board, or of the entire board of creatures, and Damnation as well to get rid of the entire board. If someone has too many creatures, we just need to pull the plug. We have card draw. Now, we are playing several tokens in this deck, several token creators, and or maybe we have a player, an opponent that has a big creature deck, a many creatures that attack, and for just 3 mana we can draw a whole bunch of cards. Worst case, we draw 2 cards for 3, which is still at instant speed or divination. So great pauper card, should be included in more blue decks in my opinion. Necropotence, we are gonna want to get towards the combo pieces that we want to cast. So life is our resource here. We're just gonna draw through our whole deck. Let's pay 20 life and get the stuff we need. A robe, maybe we want to attack with our commander or some Thopters from time to time, and even equip is reduced here, so why not equip for 2 and draw a couple of cards with this? I think it's a solid inclusion in this deck. Skull Clamp to get rid of our Thopters and replace them with card draw. Always a great card if they're playing 1/1s. A Magus of the Wheel, which is the budget version of the Wheel of Fortune, to replace our hand and all players' hands with 7 fresh cards, and hopefully the combo pieces that we are missing. Midnight Clock, also a reset, puts on more and more counters, also ramps us with blue, because why not? And when we went through our whole table rotation 3 times, so every upkeep it gets a counter. At 12 counters, we reset our graveyard and draw 7 more hands. 7 more, and we draw 7 more cards. The thing with this is that this is only for us. Our opponent does not get a fresh hand, no graveyard reset, just for us. Very nice card, should be played more in my opinion. It's a nice card. Nice and fun casual card. Costly Plunder. We have several Thopters, why not sack them for more cards? And these do all of these do that. This even double with flashback. This as well, German translation on the side. Obviously, when I edit, I will put it here. This I cut out as well. Village Rites, also sack a creature and get 2 cards. Staff of the Storyteller creates a spirit, and also whenever we create any more tokens, we put more counters on there, and we can remove counters to draw cards. I found it a nice and fun inclusion to put in here. Lauren of the Third Path. By the way, if you want to go even stronger, you can replace it with a Heuristic Study, obviously, if you want game changers in there. Now, Lauren of the Third Path. For 3, you can use it as removal, and also a nice political card to each draw a card, you and an opponent. Black Market Connections for options. Life is our resource. Let's use it. Get treasures, get draw cards, get some token. Why not? Reality Chip I also put into the card draw category, since it lets us look deeper into our deck, and when we do so, we kind of have 1 more card in our hand, kind of, from the top of our library. I like to include that because Reconfigure also costs 2 less, so for 1 blue we reconfigure. And similarly, Search for Azcanta. We look at the top card, if we don't like it, we put it into a grave, and if we have 7 cards, it transforms. And what I like here, even the activated ability of the land now is reduced by 2, and we get a non-creature, non-land card into our hand, and this kind of counts towards card draw, but obviously also as a land and towards ramp, if you want to count it towards that. Sip of water. Okay, now towards the tutor category. We want to get the combo pieces as... which word am I looking for? Not redundant. What am I looking for? We wanna have the tutors. Waiting for a word in chat. We don't want to have the tutors. We want to have the cards as often as possible. As redundant is not what I'm looking for. Something with R. When I don't know words, I just freeze, so the camera doesn't really, like, people who watch doesn't really notice that I'm looking for words, but sometimes I just have like blank out a word. And you get the full blast now of me looking for a word. So we want to have the combo pieces as Now I take a break and look up words. If you have the word, let me know what I want. Reliable is the word I was looking for. As reliable as possible? No. Reliably? Yeah, I think reliable was the word I was looking for. I will reset here. So we're playing several tutors to make the deck as reliable as possible to get the stuff that we really need at the specific time that we want them to. So we have Reckless Handling here for 2 mana. We get to search for an artifact, and we're not playing Gamble since we're not playing Game Changers. If we want, you can put in Gamble as your Game Changer. But yeah, we discard a card at random. If we discarded an artifact card, maybe the one we tutored for, we deal 2 damage to each opponent at least. Now, we are playing kind of a budget version in this case, since we are not playing the best tutors like Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor, you name it. So we have Transmute cards, and several of the combo cards cost either 1 mana or 2 mana or 3 mana. There's another 2 mana tutor and another 3 mana tutor. These are all great, and most of the time, 99%, we will not use for their effect. If the effect is relevant to you, you can look up the card. Just pause the video and look what the card does. We have the Moon Silver Key, I think it is in German, and this one gets us a mana artifact, maybe a combo piece, or a basic land. We don't play any basic land. This one will get either a mana rock or a combo piece. So keep that in mind. Now, Expedition Map. We get any land card into our hand, so it doesn't have to be a basic land. We are playing 0 basic land, so the best land that we need at some point, maybe color fixing, you name it, we get it with Expedition Map. Our Give and Find I also put in here like the Joker card. This is the best enchantment or artifact from your grave. If a combo piece fell into your graveyard, why not get it back for just 1 white mana? You should play it. Play it in white decks that play artifacts or enchantment that matter to you. This card is undervalued in my opinion. Cursed Mirror, also a card that kind of functions as a joker. Maybe you have a good creature on board that you want to copy. Maybe your opponent has one that you want to copy. Why not use Cursed Mirror? Later, it's a mana rock. I find it a solid inclusion. Now, let's go into the nitty gritty. The cards that make the deck the combo pieces. We want to win with combos. Ineas, the Gale Force. If we have infinite mana, he can boost our board infinitely. And there are infinite mana producers here. There is this bonus effect that allows us to trade around into the right direction cards from each player, but this will not be the main thing that this deck wants to do. Rather, infinite damage with flying creatures. Hangerback Walker, speaking of infinite creatures and infinite damage, why not have infinite Thopters split out of the Hangerback Walker when we have infinite mana. I will show you how to make infinite mana in a second. We have Might Overseer, who can make infinite toxic 1/1 tokens and also boosts them. So I think they are dead. I will show you how you get the white mana here so you don't have to pay all the life. This one we can make infinitely big and infinitely destroy stuff, kind of. Also reduced if we don't have infinite mana, so I find it very useful. Just 1 mana to make it bigger now, and everything is reduced by 2 if you want to reduce stuff for X. This makes an artifact, or any creature unblockable. We get 2 bonus Thopters, and we tap 2 to make them unblockable. Thassa taps creatures, blinks our commander for more tokens, and if we have infinite mana, we get infinite blue with a certain card. Actually 5 certain cards that all allow us to do that. We can actually tap down all blockers and now have infinite blockers. Rocket Launcher, if we have infinite mana, this one can deal infinite damage to all players. We have to sack it at the end of turn, and we cannot use it at the turn that we cast it. So we cast it, either we have it already out or we cast it now that we have infinite mana, and the next upkeep we just kill everyone. Basalt Monolith is the card that we create infinite mana with. So for 3, it gives you 3 mana when you tap it, but doesn't untap normally. You have to pay 3 to untap it again. And if you don't know the combo, now you know. With Zirda out, you can untap it for just 1 mana. There is the Game Changer version of Grim Monolith, which is a Game Changer, and we don't play Game Changers because we're playing a fair bracket 1 deck. This untaps for 1 now and gives you 3 mana, and then it untaps for 1 and gives you 3 mana, and then you make infinite mana. Now we have infinite colorless mana, and what better thing to do to just put it into a Staff of Domination and use all the effects that you want, make infinite life, tap and untap infinitely creatures, draw infinite cards as much as you want. You do what you deserve. How about drawing infinite cards with a 1 mana 1/2 creature that just wants colorless mana? Why not? Or Spectral Sailor, which also draws cards and wants a blue source, and now I will show you how we make those blue sources. Because these cards here have the filtering ability of you paying 2 mana to get 1 mana of any color. With Zirda, all your colored mana can be produced with just 1 colorless. It reduces it by 1, because we cannot go to 0. And now you can pay any 1 colorless to get 1 colored mana. The rest is not that important, though you could maybe use it for 6 and tap it to destroy target artifact, target creature or enchantment, but normally use it for the filtering ability. And now we can, with infinite colorless mana, actually also draw cards with this one. We can, let's look again, also tap infinite creatures. We can also create infinite might tokens with toxic that are 1/1s. We can infinitely boost our board and then make the attacking creatures unblockable. And this, in a non-game changer deck, I find quite powerful now, isn't it? Let's look at the next one. Energy Refractor. Also, it draws a card, great, it replaces itself already and filters your mana. Pack Beast filters your mana and counts towards whatever. No one cares. Prismite also does that. Keep the mana costs in mind, because we have the transmute cards that can tutor for exactly that card, or exactly for this tutor for exactly this card, for example, that costs just 1 mana. And lastly, we have the Signpost Scarecrow that also fillers mana. Protection. And I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the last category before the lands. So yeah, support me on these platforms if you haven't already. And this is where in post-edit I show all the social in the corner of all my videos, and I do that normally towards the end so it doesn't look too spammy kind of and too much stuff flying around. Protection! Force Field for 3, you can just pay 1 mana to lose only 1 life. We don't have the biggest aggro deck here, we're playing a combo deck, people will attack us. Having this card out, which is on the reserve list and such a fun and unknown card, is great. You're being attacked by an 11/11 Blightsteel Colossus with Infect. How about you only get 1 poison counter? Because you don't care. Mother of Runes protects Zerda, for example, Breya, any of your combo pieces that you want to have sticking around. Now, Mother of Runes does that, protects. We have Swifties, and we also have the Lightning Sneakers here, which both protect our equipped creature with either Hexproof or Shroud. Both give haste, and the equipped costs aren't really reduced because they already cost 0 and 1. Now, lastly, the lands. And then I want to hear you in the comments which cards you would have included in this deck. We have Inventor's Fair, which gives you a life if you have 3 or more artifacts, if you have Metalcraft at the beginning of your upkeep. Gives you a colorless. We're playing 4 colored, it's not the best land for color fixing, but then again we have enough cards that fix our mana, our colors if we wanted to. More importantly, it's another tutor for 4. You can tap and sacrifice it to get any artifact from your library into your hand, but you also need Metalcraft, so 3 or more artifacts. This one gives you your best artifact from a graveyard by sacking the land. We have Command Tower, already known. City of Brass gives you a colored mana by paying 1 life. We have some fetch lands that fetch for some triomes, for example. We have these 3 here. Another fetch land, and now we go into the dual lands here. I will just skip through the cards, say something maybe in between, but we're not playing any basic lands, so this is quite interesting to have a deck that really just filters mana here. This one can be replaced with a card draw here, that's nice. We're playing the dual land here that flips some filter lands, some very pretty shock lands here from the most recent non-Universes Beyond set. Shivan Reef, also really pretty in foil, and these are the blue and red ones and the red and white ones here. This one also filters some cards from the top of our library if we don't want to. Some Scry also, and a Sacred Foundry. And now I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments which cards you would have included in such a activated ability Breya and Zerda combo deck. And thank you everyone who joined the live stream. I hope you enjoyed this deck building video together here. 3 years on YouTube. Looking forward to more years with all of you. And that's it. Thank you. This I will cut now and upload in a couple of days. So you saw it live. People who watch the live stream later on will also be able to watch that. I don't mind that, but this shows what production goes into building decks and making deck tech videos. I still have to put it up on Moxfield. By the way, maybe I want to add that sentence as well into the video. By the way, the deck list is in the deck. Let's do that again. By the way, the deck list is in the description below if you want to check it out, as always on my videos. So do that. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. This I also add, and then I am usually finished with my videos. I go to editing, cut my M's and A's and my blanks out, and maybe when I misspeak I cut that out as well. And that is it. That is normally how I do my videos. My dog is arriving. Maybe she wants out. Yeah, I had fun. Hope you also enjoyed building this deck with me. Maybe I'll do that again. Yeah, my dog is coming now. Hi. I think she wants out. She's just doing big stretches. Anything else? Anything else you have to add? Anything you want to ask me now? Thank you for the anniversary wishes. Anything you want to ask me now before I go outside with my dog and quit this live stream? But this would be it. I had fun building this deck. As you can see, building a deck live and generally costs me around 2 to 3 hours. So also that goes in there. And then we have the making of the deck, of the video, the cutting, uploading. So I would say making a deck tech video costs me around 5 to 6 hours actually. I mean, I also have fun building the deck and playing the deck, but there goes a lot of time into making these videos and yeah, it's a lot of effort actually, and I think this is stuff that is often not noticed by someone who watches a 20-minute video of a deck tech of Breya and Zerda. So that is also what people should keep in mind who are planning on being a YouTuber, because that was a question earlier that was asked. Yeah, it's a lot of time that sometimes goes into videos. Sometimes it's just 1 or 2 hours. Sometimes it's like 6-7 hours of deck building and editing and making a deck list and maybe doing some effects if you want to. Maybe some animation or something, or some memes that you want to add, and then you're quickly at 5, 6, 7 hours of just the entire production though. Then you upload it and maybe you want to put it on some social websites or so. Yeah, thank you for the nice questions earlier. That was also fun, like talking about Magic the Gathering stuff and how long I've been playing and what's it like to be on YouTube and putting up videos. This was one production video, one take from beginning to end. Now lastly, just the editing part and the uploading, and this video is also live, I think next week or in 2 weeks or so, to give it a little time in between. I'll see. I also want people to watch the live stream as well, if someone's interested. Well, now that I didn't see anything else in chat, I'd say thank you everyone for watching. I wish you a beautiful day, evening, whatever time it is for you. For the rest of your weekend, have a beautiful Sunday. Thank you for joining the live stream. Hope you enjoyed it as well. And I'll see you in the next video, next live stream. Support the channel however you can. And take care. Bye-bye.